Alright, so today we're going to be going over my lab, and my lab partner is Randall Adams. So initially what we're going to be doing is we're going to start with my test value of 0, and because this is outside the bounds of 1 and 4, this should output a red LED. So what we're going to do is we are going to go into the debug and run it, and what we should get on here is red. So here you see there's red, and there's no memory address portion for red, so we don't have to worry about the R0 value. And now what we can do is we can go back up here to the main, and let's say we want to output yellow. So yellow here, we want to look for one of these that doesn't match, which let's pick 2. So equals 2, so that we can get test data 2. So then we you build and then download, and it takes away the light here. And now what we can do is we can debug, run, close, and we notice here it should become yellow, which it does. And according to the lab document, it said if it's yellow, we have R0 of 0, which we have here. Alright, so that works in that one. Now we have to test if it's going to be green. So we need to go back to our main function, and we need to go to the top, and we need to figure out which string will give us green. Well, there's Waldo here in test data 1, and Waldo here in test data 3. So we can pick either 1 or 3. So let's pick 3. Alright, so we build, then we load, and the color's gone here. And now we can go back to the debug, and we run, stop, and we notice here that it's going to be green. So we found Waldo, but now we have to make sure the memory address is right. So we have 419. So what we can do here is we can go to the bottom of this, and we can look up 419, and the first number here should give us 57. Which it does. 419 gives us 57, 41, 4C, 44, and 4F, which spells out Waldo. Alright, so that was for the memory address portion, and just in case we wanted to go over the other ones, what we can do is, let's make sure, I didn't hard code anything, let's make my test equal to 20. Of course, this is outside the range, and what we would do is build and load, and this should output red. So we debug, we come over here, run, stop, and we notice it's red. So of course I didn't hardcode anything. All I'm doing is comparing my value, if I can find my thing here. Yeah, I'm comparing my value of R1 with 1, and if it's less than, then it sets it to be red because it's not greater than 1. But for it to be, yellow or green, it also needs to be less than 4. So I compare R1 with 4, and if it's greater than, then we need to set the LED to red. I guess I could also, let's see here. Yeah, I guess I could also do, what haven't I done? 2 and 4. Well, no, I did 2, right? I didn't do 1 and 4, so I guess I could do 1 and 4. So we can do 1. I hope I'm not having like a brain dump right now. I don't know, in case I've already done this. But 1 is going to be green. But why is it green? Where's my mouse? Let's make sure 1 has Waldo in it. It's right here. Right, it has Waldo right here. But now we have to make sure the memory address is right. So we look at 406. So we go back down here to the memory address. We look at 406, it should have, again, 57, 41, 4C, 44, and 4F. Perfect. And now finally we can check the 4th test data. So we can get out of this debugging, and let's set my test to be 4. Alright, build, load. Again, this went away. And now we can press debug. We can run and stop, and remember this doesn't have Waldo, but it's inside of the range 1 and 4. So yellow is going to initialize that memory address as 0. And of course, this should be yellow. All right, so yeah, that was my lab 4 for Find Waldo. Hopefully it made sense. Got to use my little LED here. But yeah, all right, well, thank you.